booties for black girl nerds.
Casey, you were just marvelous in this. I loved your performance. It was so moving and it was so layered. I felt like a voyeur watching how Matt and Dane interacted with each other. With a character that's rooted in reality, rooted in a true story, what was most important for you to convey with Matt's character, with Matt and what he was experiencing?
Well, hi, Jeandra. I like your show and happy to be talking to you. And thanks for talking about this movie. Whether the script is based on real events or not, I always approach it the same way, which is you're just trying to play a real person no matter what, because you want it to feel real so people care. In this situation, I had read the article that the person I was playing wrote an article about their life and about losing their wife. And about the friend who sort of helped him through it. And it was a great article. And then the script, I thought, did a really nice job of turning that in, basically just changing format into a screenplay. But Gabriella Cowperthwaite, who's the director, who I couldn't love anymore, she made the decision to not have the actors try to sort of impersonate people or try to capture every little tiny surface detail and make it all authentic and stuff. She just wanted to get the spirit of it right. And to her, the spirit of it was about like the dynamic of the relationships between these people. So that's kind of what I was focused on. I don't know if that answers your question.
Absolutely, it absolutely does. With your character, Matt and Dane, what made them work so well for me is they were very yin and yang. You know, sometimes our friends are not going to be exactly as we are, but we need that to balance us and keep us grounded. Working with Jason and his background in comedy, how did you guys kind of meet in the middle to make sure that that chemistry was just right? He speaks wonderfully of you and your ability to approach everything with just realism and authenticity.
He's just saying that because he's in an interview. But I think that, he's such a funny guy. It's very easy for him to make a scene feel lighthearted when it's supposed to be. I felt like I never ever worried about that because I knew that Jason would bring that and that Dakota would bring a level of charm and complexity. And so I kind of felt like I was along for the ride and that Gabriella had the whole thing orchestrated just right. She's a great conductor. And I didn't really think about that. And how are we going to find a balance between sort of the heavier stuff and the lighter stuff? I just sort of focused on what was happening in the scene, and I really do look up to all those people and I like their work. And I just felt like I was in good hands. And once you make a decision to do a movie and work with people, you kind of have to let go and just see what happens. You have to just trust each other and trust everything and trust the process, as the man says, and make it something that might suck and it might end up good. You got to take those risks. So, and I don't, I saw your show. I saw Mackie. I saw you interview Anthony Mackie and Damson.
Yeah.
Yeah, good actor. And Mackie was talking about how younger actors are supposed to look up to their older actors. And that Damson was saying how he looked up to Mackie as like a big brother on set or whatever it was. And I thought like, wait a minute, I worked with Mackie and I think I'm older than him. And I never got the feeling that he was looking up to me. I was like, hang on a second. But Jason, who's nearing 50, I thought like he's got some years on me. So I was going to just sort of follow his lead in terms of striking the right tone.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Casey. I appreciate it. Beautiful film. Very personal to me as experiencing loss recently. Thank you so much for your performance.
Oh, thanks for saying that. It's nice to talk to you.
You too. Take care.
Better shake your booties for black girl nerds. Better shake your booties for black girl nerds.